Welcome to the Nagual Zone. I am Anaam. Today we are discussing opening up the Pandora's box of this much bandied about word in the Toltec world, and the word is knowledge. Now, no one really knows what it means, but everyone, knowledge, right? Today I'll break it down, and hopefully you will have a better idea of what this word means to you in actual real life, not as a philosophical idea or something nice that you can jerk off to in your head when you're feeling lonely, but an actual useful thing that you can chase, hunt, pursue to your advantage. Why is knowledge so important for warriors, Toltec warriors? It's our bread and butter. It really is. You can't evolve, elevate yourself, make anything useful out of your life if you are ignorant, right? Very obvious. However, look around you. It's not obvious to the average man. It's not. And to the warrior, it's like food. It is how do animals, they're always foraging for food, they're hunting for food. Food is a big concern for them, huge concern. The average man's big concern is getting laid, getting paid. Getting laid is a form of entertainment, getting laid is a form of survival. Getting paid is a form of survival, getting laid is a form of entertainment. That's it. That's the average man's really only concern, specifically reduced to those concerns by outside interference. I've talked about the parasite that feeds upon this world in many videos. You can watch them on my channel. However, for the warrior, these are not the warrior's chief concerns. Getting laid, getting paid. These are not the warrior's chief motivations to do anything. The warrior's chief motivation is the realization that the warrior is here to train, and in order to make good on her training, she is going to have to pursue knowledge. She cannot afford to remain ignorant. Now, here's what happens with knowledge. When I first came across this idea that knowledge is never what one expects it to be, it really turned my compass right around and permanently helped me step out of the average man's consensus insanity. Because from that moment on, my priorities were different. I understood something fundamental about the Toltec path, the Toltec journey. There's two kinds of knowledges according to the Toltec warrior. Can you guess what they are? They're very easy. Useful knowledge and useless knowledge. Useless knowledge nowadays comes about with this, it's called a mouse, and the big guns, this, a keyboard. These two will afford you 99% of the time absolutely junk, useless knowledge. What do you think you do when you're surfing YouTube, watching videos that got nothing to do with anything in your life, just because YouTube recommended them? Another form of bullshit knowledge, junk knowledge, is watching TV and thinking that you are educating yourself. Some nature program. There's no nature program on TV. Are you mad? Are you joking? It's all edited to create a narrative. What do you think you're watching on TV when you're watching the lions and the deer and the freaking armadillos? Are you mad? Are you completely crazy that you can't see through that sham? It's a complete scam. It's entertainment. You're not gaining any knowledge about the oceans and the seas and the jungle and the forest. and what do they call reality TV shows? You think you're gaining any knowledge? 99% of what the parasite wants to make available to you, that is labeled knowledge. And you scientists, so-called scientists, you listen to this carefully. If there's even a single scientist that dares watch these videos, you are not gaining any knowledge by hiding behind your fancy Latin words. Here's how to topple down the religion of science. Take away their words and watch the scientist crumble to dust. The scientist props himself up simply on his word inventory. That's it. And the inventory isn't something that he can use in real life. It's all Latin. Think about the madness of it. Think about this. Take away the scientist's word and he is a scientist no longer. It's that easy. It's that flimsy. So really, if you can do yourself a favor and consider science to not be the knowledge that is useful, if you are interested in the Toltec path at least, then you will be saving a lot of energy, time and resources, and you won't be pursuing dead ends. All science is a collection of words. The more words you can collect in Latin, the more scientific you are. Because the more words you collect, the more guesswork you'll have to do about what is around you. Just think about what I just said, and that'll crumble your faith in science. The new religion. These are like, scientists are like priests of the Catholic Church in 200 years ago. The priests used to tell the population how to perceive the world around them, right? And any other way to perceive the world than what the priest has said to you was called what? Heresy, heretic, heathen, right? All these infidels, Gentiles. It's the same thing. These white men in white coats, they tell you how and what to perceive in the world around you, and anything else is laughed at. So there is useful knowledge. What are the attributes of useful knowledge? Here are the attributes of useful knowledge. Here's how you know you're on the right track. The first thing, and you can't help it, you are a child of these times, and you cannot help this first symptom. You can't help it. You can bullshit yourself and think you're some kind of spiritual person and a seeker of knowledge. You can do all that nonsense, waste your own time. But this is how you will approach every knowledge, because it's endemic in you. It's in your freaking DNA. You've been bred that way. You've been bred like that. Really, you have been. You can only approach knowledge as entertainment. Just another piece of entertainment. Just another curiosity. If you're lucky, it'll become a curiosity. Otherwise, it's just idle entertainment for you. Just like watching the Nagual zone is idle entertainment for you. Be honest with yourself. You're not here to learn anything, are you? You're not. You're not. The first approach to knowledge, perhaps it has always been like that, I don't really know, but it is certainly like that now in this day and age. You are incapable of approaching knowledge as anything except entertainment. But there is hope. Listen. Once you get past the hump of entertainment and you pursue that thing, whatever it is, you keep pursuing it. I had an email today from a lovely Iranian woman, young lady, concerning this. Pursue it beyond the point of entertainment, and you will arrive at the first gate of the Toltec journey, which is boredom. you will suddenly realize that you are bored. You're bored of this. You're bored of this. Your requests for that knowledge to entertain you, your demand for that knowledge to entertain you has fallen on deaf ears, and you're not in control. In fact, you're bored. If you can push through that, it's a bitch to push through, because your whole life, your every waking moment, and many people's sleeping moments, lucid dreaming. What do you think lucid dreaming is? Better off watching Netflix. You're just pursuing entertainment. You don't even know how to use it, do you? Lucid dreaming. If you can get past the boredom gate and pursue that knowledge, keep going. Keep going. It's very difficult. You're bred only to consume entertainment. It's a pitiable state of affairs for you, but that's the way it is. And I'm telling you that you are to walk this line. Walk beyond your addiction to entertainment. Fall into boredom. Feel it. Feel it. Everything in you will want to shut down at that point and not pursue that knowledge. But I want you to pursue it. Whatever it is you've set your heart upon, whatever it is life has given you as knowledge. The next one, that boredom will escalate. It'll escalate to the point of pain. It will. You don't know what I'm talking about because you have never pursued anything to that point, have you? You've never done it. As soon as the entertainment value was finished, that you've sucked it dry of entertainment value, you walked away. You walked away. Yeah, that's you. You were bred to be like that by outside interference. And I'm giving you the way out of this, and each step of this is fucking painful. And you better believe it. Pain will start happening. That boredom will escalate to pain. Here, you will throw everything plus the bath sink, the kitchen tub. No, the kitchen sink and the bathtub. The bath sink and the kitchen tub. You'll throw both of these things to get away from this opportunity to learn. You'll do it. If you can avoid it, you will do it. You will develop alcoholic addictions. You will get into pornography. You will do this, you will do that. You will get a divorce or whatever the hell miseries you want to create just to get away from that opportunity to learn. You will do it. You will create much pain for yourself so that you can give yourself reasons not to pursue it. People make themselves sick. Actual physical cancer, physical sickness, no problems. Rather die than go beyond the point of pain. Think about it. That pain will escalate. We're talking about true knowledge here. The bullshit knowledge I already explained. You can consume it to your heart's content and die a miserable little wretch. That's what's waiting for you. But if you want the real stuff, this is how it works. I'm not here to bullshit. This is how it works. Now listen carefully. The next one, the pain will escalate to attrition. You know what attrition is? Attrition is when two powerful forces meet and none of them is winning. When an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, that's attrition. At that point, your will be tested. It's a battle of attrition at that point. Are you going to walk away, battle weary and beaten, defeated? Or do you have what it takes to stay the line, to walk, to stay there? Because now you don't know when it's going to end. Now you're committed. You're committed to the point where you can't walk away from it. You have to stay there. You can't bring that hand down and the opponent can't, you're strong enough to hold it. but you're not strong enough to win just yet. By now, the wheat has been separated from the chaff. By now, very, very few people are left pursuing knowledge at this stage. Most have gone. If you can win this battle of attrition, a moment will come when suddenly it'll be effortless. It'll be just like zoom. You'll slide into growth. Growth will happen. You'll slide into it. You'll just zoom. It'll be effortless. I promise you, it'll be effortless. All of that will have been worth it. Even if the growth is 1 inch, little bit, just something that you got out of it, that you always wanted, or that was good for you, whatever. That growth, it is important that you be aware and celebrate that growth, because don't just start looking to the next thing. No, stop. Celebrate that little growth, whatever it was. Really celebrate it. Congratulate yourself. You've done very well. You've done very, very well. You've done what very few human beings do. Yeah. That growth will eventually mature into knowledge. I'll say this again, that growth that happened after all of that struggle and strife and pain, sacrificing, that growth will eventually, if you let it, if you stop here, you have to stop interfering. Don't move on to the next thing and then start the entertainment cycle again. Let it germinate in you, let it grow in you. And that growth will eventually mature into knowledge. And I can tell you, I'm here to tell you that you are capable of all of this. You're capable of the knowledge, despite the parasite's best effort, despite breeding you to be obedient and compliant. Breeding, you've been bred to do that. Dogs are bred to be obedient and compliant. There are dog breeds that are specifically bred for that. You've been bred to be like that, and despite that, you can win. You can win this. Despite that. You are very, very powerful. You can do this. And I want you to remember this. I'm telling you, if I can do it, really, you can do it. You can do it. There's nothing special about anyone who has pursued knowledge successfully, except that they've stayed the course. That's all it is. They've stayed the course. They don't run away. With that, leave in the comments below if you have any experience of this journey. Even it may be the smallest thing, right? Smallest thing. Let us know in the comment. It'll be inspiring to others. It'll be inspiring to me. And I'd welcome your sharing about it, what you thought of the video. We are on Telegram. Go to Telegram, search for the Nagual Zone, and come join us there. It grows every day. There's some interesting conversations that happen there. And mainly it is a hub for like-minded people to meet. People like you. If you're looking for like-minded folks, go and join us. Come and join us on Telegram. Consider joining these masterclasses every Sunday. This is part of a masterclass. And now we're going to do the actual discussion on this and other topics that may come up. On that note, I will see you next time. Walk in freedom. Farewell.